All right, this be your captain speaking. This should be captain's log. Stardate 41121-3. All right. I may be going a little off script here, a little out of order, but I sense there needs to be some clarification here. But it still has to do with spiritual awakening, becoming aware. You know, for those of you that are involved in a 12-step program, you know, let's see, step 3, I'm going to read it right here out of the book, you know, because it's always best to take it direct from the source. We made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Okay, see, that's part of the awareness, the awakening that goes on, is when you have that moment of clarification, that crisis where you have that breaking, that rendering of your mind and your heart, that fuck, I'm not the center of the universe anymore. You know, that life doesn't revolve around me, that there's something greater than me. You know, and I had this discussion with an addict this morning, that, you know, to have peace and serenity is a progressive occurrence or experience, okay? To have whatever your understanding is of because it says right there that the God of your understanding, and I'm just speaking from my understanding, all right? To have that divine presence within my life, to have the great I am, those are the two most powerful words. You know, the Hebrew meaning for the word abracadabra literally means that as I speak, I create. Okay? It's a very stark and bitter understanding to know that the world that I created is just that. I created. Okay? As you go along in your awareness and in your relationship with the divine or God as you understand Him, an amazing thing happens. There's a transformation. A transformation that occurs where the great I dies and the great I am is exemplified. And what I mean by that is that the desires of your heart are no longer the things of, you know, the things that we were taught, you know, in this reality, which really isn't a reality, it's just an illusion. I want to make that clear, that this illusion that we've created for life really doesn't exist. The only reality that exists is learning how to dwell with the presence of I am God as you understand Him. That is the only true and one reality that we have. And to learn how to do that takes sacrifice. It's a price many people are not willing to pay. I'm just happy sleeping, eating, buying the next toy, finding the next pretty gal, guy, whatever the fuck. The only thing that really matters is living with the God of your understanding. All the rest of this shit is nonsense. I want to make that really clear. Let me repeat that. Living with the God of your understanding is reality. The rest of this is nonsense. Do not spend your energy or your love on nonsense. It's taken me a long fucking time to come to that awareness that I spent so much time, so much energy on bullshit. But today, you know, I'm not completely one. I can't say that I'm completely one with God. But I'm telling you, I lead a spiritually, I choose, just like it says, I choose to live a spiritually significant life today. Which means that puts me at odds with everything out there, because everything else is an illusion, because everything else is telling me the way that I choose to live is wrong. Well, fuck them. I know what I have, and I know what I experience, and I'd much rather have what I have than that bullshit that they're selling out there, because that's an illusion. It's a matter of the heart. And transforming that heart takes work. It takes effort. And here's something else that I know. Here's some words that are really hard. They're a hard pill to swallow because ego does not like it. Brokenness, yield, submit. Those are all really lovely words. Words that it took me a long time to get to find acceptance with and embrace. Today I yield, I submit my will to the God of my understanding. And it can be done. It just takes practice. And there's a lot of pain along the way. I ain't been fucking perfect. My God, I got a closet full of nonsense, okay? All right? But I've learned, the purpose of my becoming aware of a power greater than myself. You know what that purpose is? To live life fully. Did you hear me now? The purpose of having an awakening, a spiritual awakening, or becoming aware of that power greater than yourself, is to live life more fully. To have joy in all that you do. Now, I can't sit here and tell you that I have joy in every frickin' moment. My health is taking a little bit of tumble, and I'm not dancing in the fucking streets, okay? I haven't reached that point yet where I can say, oh, joy, okay? But I can tell you what I do have. I have peace and serenity. I have hope. I have faith. And I have the knowledge of the God of my understanding. I embrace that. Not this fucking nonsense that they're trying to peddle on the fucking TV, radio, school, commercial, whatever. It's all bullshit. Life was meant to be lived spiritually significant. That means that I choose to live a life based on love, not hate. Love is the most powerful energy that I've ever experienced. It is the only energy that has healed this person. And until we learn to live and project love rather than some bullshit that we concocted in our mind, because even in seeing an experience that occurs in our daily lives, we're still not seeing the truth, because what we're seeing is filtered by either our past experiences or a projected imagination of some sort of fucked up reality that we think, that it's not reality. The reality is to learn to see things through the eyes of the divine. That's where you find your peace. That's where you find your serenity. That's where you find your strength. Period. If you don't know who the God of your understanding is, I suggest that you start finding out who the fuck that is and pressing into that. I can't even imagine today living a spiritually insignificant life. Well, be well. Be blessed. Be who the fuck you were created to be. And just a little side note, you weren't created to be fucking miserable. All right, get out there and be about it.